So, if you're a fan of art, if you will, or literal writing, or literature, I should say, if you're a fan of art or literature, obviously, like me, you're a member of places like DeviantArt or Furafiniant or Echoes Portal or whatever, right? Well, over on DeviantArt and other places, when it comes to the month of May, there's a theme going on, a theme that's very unusual, if you will. I mean, yeah, I'm a fan of the gag, if you will, when it's used right. Um, but I was surprised that anybody themed a month after it. You know, and what I'm talking about is if you go to places like DeviantArt, people have, or other places for that matter, people have dubbed the month of May as Melting May. Now, true, there are some clues as to basically how they came up with this, but it's really kind of weird and strange when you think about it. I mean, nothing against wanting to, theme a month off a certain gag or whatever, or name a certain month off a certain theme, or name a certain day after a character or whatever. Even if it's nothing really official or unofficial or whatever, it's just it just really catches you by surprise. Like, really? I hear people sometimes, name, June and July, not July, not June and July, but August actually. There's a lot of people that, that call August the long days of summer. That's what they call it. Between late July and mostly through mid-September, they call it the long dog days of summer. And even though that's not an official title, it's just something that somebody came up with. And the same kind of applies here to this whole Melting May theme. And like I said, it's not just DeviantArt. You go to other places like Furafiniant and Echoes Portal and So Furry and fanfiction.net, it's everywhere. It's everywhere. It's really surprising. Like I said, being someone that likes the gag, that's seen the gag utilized in cartoons and all that, mostly as known as the lustful melt, if you will. It just really surprises me that they decide to go this route. It really does. And, you wonder, why theme a month? Or why theme a month unofficially, if any, of something that, it's just, for gags or for laughs and all that. And I think it's mainly because sometimes in May, mostly towards the middle to late May, or even early May sometimes, but basically throughout periods of the month, it starts to get really hot. Like you get a taste of what summer is going to be like. And that's basically, I guess, why they came up with the theme of melting, for May, of melting, because at times, like I said, during certain periods of the month, you end up having very hot summer-like days to where you feel like your body is just melting. And I guess that's why they came up with the idea. And I'll tell you honestly, there are some fun stories out there that kind of work around this with certain characters. Yes, they're mostly female, no offense. No offense on that. But they're funny. They're actually really funny, artistic stories that get typed up on the computers or laptops or whatever, based around this, this theme of a month. And again, I think it's mainly due to the fact that during certain periods of this month, it gets really hot, depending on where you live. And because of that, like I said, mentally and physically, you feel like your body is melting. Like you just want to melt into a puddle of water or whatever and relax so you can cool down or whatever. But yeah, it's just one of those unofficial themes of a month or day or week or year or whatever that is like you just didn't see coming, or you didn't expect anybody to to actually name something around it, or base something around it, if you know what I mean. if any of this makes sense to you guys at all. I mean, it may sound like I'm rambling and all that, but still, it's really surprising that, folks are willing to go this, to go this far, and show their love for a gag that, doesn't get used that much except, like I said, in cartoons or comics or whatever, and basically base a month around its theme. And, it's just like, well, it's just like, wow, what else are they going to think of, right? I mean, I know with MLP, every once in a while during a month, you get a day dedicated to a character. Like you get Rainbow Dash Day, you get Rarity Day, you get Twilight Day, you get Starlight Day, and stuff like that. You get Fluttershy, Applejack Day, stuff like that. And true, those are unofficial days, but those are just ways of fans showing how much they care and about a character, how much they love and care about a character. And they show, am I going that route as well? They show their appreciation with art and story, or even acknowledging the favorite moments of that character in the show or in the comics. So it's nothing new. But when you look at, someone, I don't know who, honestly, decided to come up with theming the month of May after melting and writing stories of, comedic stories that is, of females, and no offense when I say that, melting into puddles of goop, or having the ability to do that for fun and all that, or even doing artistic artwork of it, or based around it, it's really surprising, even to those like myself who are fans of the gag and its various tropes like Lustful Melt and all that. But what do you guys think? What are your thoughts on somebody theming the month of May after melting and writing stories and coming up with artworks and all that based around it? Let me know what your thoughts are down below. Let me know in the comment section or in the live chat during the premiere. And I will talk to y'all later.